pag-usapan na rin natin, mga kababayan, this is the thing. Now, we are talking about, or we are going to tackle about what happened dito sa... Natatawa talaga ako na panood ko to eh. Pahiyang-pahiya po si Congressman Marcoleta dito sa isang talagang masasabi ko, she is a neophyte. But then again, mga kababayan, tinalo niya po ang nagmamalaki na 17 years sa Congress. Here we go. Pag-usapan natin itong pagtuturo nitong si Congresswoman Luistro dito po kay Congressman Marcoleta. Sabihin natin, first term versus 17 years from Congress.
Meaning to say, there is no guilt yet until and unless you are able to receive the reply, the answer, and the explanation of the office of the Vice President.
They have not yet replied po
So you,
to the
yun na
NBI.
nga eh.
Their remedy would be to appeal the notice of disallowance po.
Madam, ang sinasabi ko, wala pa nga eh. Wala pa siyang reply.
Hindi po reply ang remedy nila to the notice of disallowance, but
Ano
an
po
appeal,
dapat?
an appeal to the notice of disallowance.
Well, wag mo na nga eh. Sa aming mga hindi masyadong nakakaalam ng terminology, pwede ring reply.
To the interpellation of the Honorable Marcoleta, that the filing of an answer or appeal as the more appropriate term is not mandatory. Instead, it is the discretion of the OVP. If the OVP fails to file an appeal, it renders the disallowance final and executory. This representation does not see any issue why the COA should not disclose the notice of disallowance. Let us all be reminded by the constitutionally guaranteed right of the citizens to public information on matters concerning public interest.
And instead recognize the Honorable Dante Marcoleta.
Salamat, Madam Chair. Pasensya na kasi nahuli ako eh. Nung tinawag mo ako, napaparating pa lang ako eh. So, anyway.
Guys, putulin ko muna kayo. Sorry to to cut you off. But I have to, and I must, and it should, to recognize, ito po sinabi ni Ma'am Emily Sipagan. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Emily Sipagan, sa pag-share ng blessing. But the good thing na nakita ko po dito sa message nyo, sobrang, alam nyo, tumaba masyado yung puso ko ha. Sabi ni Ma'am Emily Sipagan, I know you are a smart and dedicated blogger. Perhaps, aside from being a blogger, you should find a better career for you. I see in you, Coach Jarrett. Oy, mga kababayan. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, we are not in good term ni Coach Jarrett. But, alam ko na magaling si Jarrett. Yung mga level ni Jarrett is level like JDB. Di ba, Ma'am Emily Sipagan? JDB, Jarrett, yan ang mga magkaka-level. Talaga sa galing. Although hindi kami good term ni Jarrett. Pero, mga kababayan, yung feeling, alam niyo, medyo naluluha na ako ha. Yung feeling na ikaw, bilang kasi hindi ko akalain na ikukumpara niyo ako kay Coach Jarrett. Di ba? Yung makumpara ka dito sa taong magagaling, mga kababayan, nakakataba ng puso. Hindi ko talaga expected na you see Coach Jarrett in me. Di ba? Ma'am Emily Sipagan. Salamat po ah. Grabe mga... natuwa lang ako. Alam mo, mababaw lang talaga yung yung happiness ko. Makita ko ng ganito, mabilis ko lang na-appreciate ko kaagad yan. Tinatamaan kaagad yung puso ko. Grabe oh. Di ba? Sa totoo lang. Sabi ni Sir Tony, GP, totoo yung comment ni Emily. Kaya nga, naiyak ako, grabe. Tumulo yung luha ko. Grabe naman yan. Sabi ni Bay na tulig, iiyak na yan. Mr. Matimias, para nga po si Miriam Santiago, true? Si Congresswoman Luistro. Ricky Pabiliano, Attorney Luistro, kailan mas mataas na position senator? Palitan yung mga ibang senador na useless. Ayun. Ano pa? Hindi ko niloloko ha. Sabi ni Philip Salili, na-recognize ka ni Nyolo, palakas ka na daw. Iyak na host. Diba? Oo nga po, ang sarap sa dibdib, sa totoo lang. Siyempre, yung ma-recognize ka ng mga taong ganito na alam ko naman sa sarili ko eh. Marami pa akong kakaining bigas. Di ba? Galit ako kay Jarrett. Pero na-appreciate ko yung galing niya. Bakit ako galit kay Jarrett? Aba, tinanggal ako niyan sa UBIP. Tapos pinag-initan niya ako. Sinaktan niya yung damdamin ko dati. Pero I recognize na magaling talaga si Jarrett. One of the best vlogger na nakita ko so far na BBM pro-government, si JDB and Jarrett, they're one of a kind, mga kababayan. Tapos, mamaya may lisipagan, niline up mo ako doon. Di ba? Nakakatuwa. Marina Sanchez, ka-level mo sila, galingan mo pa. Ako, hindi ko naman sasabihin na ka-level. Tama po kayo. There is always a room for improvement. Yun ang gusto ko. 'Di ba? Hindi po ako kahit kailan never ever lumaki ang ulo ko. Wala po sa akin 'yan kasi alam niyo naman ako eh, 'di ba? Kaya nga ako nakasalamin na to, nakita niyo naman yung mata ko. Yan yung weakness ko pero naging strong point ko, 'di ba? Helenel Ursula, isaing mo na muna, sir. Sabi ni Ma'am Yuki Sawaka, bakit magaling ka naman magpaliwanag kaya pangalawa kita kay subscribe kasi nauna si JDB. Maraming salamat po. Anyway, mga kababayan, thank you once again. Ayoko nang umiyak. Cora Vidal, magaling ka naman talaga, Sir GP. Naaliw mo pa kami habang pinapanood ka namin. Magaling ka, every time na pinapanood kita may matututunan ako sa'yo. Inuutuan nyo lang ako eh. Hindi. Ako na, mga kababayan, na-appreciate ko lang. Alam mo, ayaw ko talaga nung kinukumpara ko. But you are the one who initiate that you see Jarrett and me, mga kababayan, that's diba? Talagang lalaki, hindi naman lalaki yung ulo, pero syempre, it really affects me eh. Diba? Kaya nga bigla ako naiyak eh. Diba? Naiyak ako talaga sa totoo lang. Diba? Sabi ni Ma'am Weng, happy birthday to me. Ma'am Weng, happy birthday to you. Just don't cry. Tears of joy. Tama po, tears of joy. Marcoleta, galing-galing. Sabi ni Tita Carclea, wag umiyak, sensya na hindi ko ma-appreciate ang galing ni CJ. I think that depends on the viewer's perspective. Si JDB ang magaling because he is a humble as he is a great vlogger. You are awesome as you. Pagkakaiba talaga tayo ng Anyway, mga kababayan, salamat po sa mga nag-share ng blessing, especially Tita Carclea. Sana po support nyo din siya. Tuloy na natin yung kay Marcoleta para wag na tayo mag-iyakan. Salamat po muli sa support.
Nandito na po ako, so I think I can still use my time, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, judging from the volumes of questions to the Office of the Vice President during the first hearing, I presume, Madam Chair, that considering that those questions originated from the 2022 budget, am I correct to presume, Madam Chair, that the budget of the Vice President in 2022 or the utilization of those budgets were subjected to a notice of disallowance?
COA?
Come again, sir. What's the question?
Tinatanong po kayo kung nagkaroon ng notice of disallowance noong 2022 ang OVP.
2022?
Yung mga questions po kasi, Madam Chair, the way I understood them, 2022 ang origin, parang ang damdam ko, merong subject of notice of disallowance, yung budget ng Vice President, because of the type of questions asked during the first hearing.
Mhm.
Madam Chair, for the 20...
Nagtataka pa rin si Marcoleta hanggang ngayon. Ano ba yan, Marcoleta, mga kababayan? Bakit pabalik-balik tayo? Anyway, maganda kasing talakayan to kasi nakita natin kung meron bang advantage na ikaw ay matagal na sa isang larangan. Tapos, ikaw ay, alam mo yung parang pinitpit ka ng isang baguhan. Yari talaga siya rito.
23, we have not...
22.
22.
Kasi nagsimula doon ng mga questions, di ba?
Based on the report of COA, Madam Chair, for the year
Nagsimula
2022,
yung tanong yung 2022.
the audit team issued notice of disallowance amounting to 2,638,186 on April 5, 2022 pertaining to the engagement of private lawyer as legal consultant without the written conformity of the Solicitor General and the concurrence of COA. So that's the only ND or notice of disallowance issued during that year.
What about in 2023, Madam Chair?
For 2023, Madam Chair, there was no notice of disallowance issued to the OBP.
So why is it, Madam Chair, that most of the questions are being asked as though they do not believe the Vice President than when she said that she is already communicating with the COA?
Madam
I think
Chair.
the Office of Vice President, Madam Chair, is being audited by the Intelligence and Confidential Fund Audit Unit. Is that correct?
Madam Chair, if I may I clarify, what I have said about the notice of disallowance is pertaining to the transactions of the OBP, not for the confidential fund, because we are the audit team of OBP for the transactions to audit the transaction of the OBP, not the confidential fund.
Yari ka na naman, Marcoleta. Ano ang pinagsasabi mo? OBP lang tayo. Hindi na nga pinag-uusapan yung confidential funds dito eh. Mga kababayan eh. Kasi sabi nga ni Sarah, ini-insist niya that wala nang confidential funds. O bakit sinisingit mo pa rin ito, Marcoleta? Diba? We are talking about the OBP budget na marami talagang discrepancies. Pakinig ka. Sabi po ni dapat daw itong si Marcoleta, he know about COA matters. Bakit hindi mo alam? Mga kababayan, mukhang nauupo na lang din ata to. Sa tagal po dyan sa Kongreso, wala na rin atang ginagawa.
The confidential fund is being audited by the ICFAO, another office from the COA.
Yes, so the question is supposed to be for you.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Subjected ba sa Intelligence and Confidential Fund Audit Unit,
Yes,
yung
Madam.
confidential fund ng Vice President?
Yes, Madam Chair.
So was there a notice of disallowance?
There was a notice of disallowance issued for the fourth quarter of 2022, Madam Chair.
There was.
Yes.
Okay, Madam Chair, may I know the nature of a notice of disallowance? I mean the nature.
Ang nangyayari kasi dito, taguan. Hide and seek. Etong mga mga harang ni Sarah, ano tawag sa kanya? Aso. Mga sniffing dog, mga kababayan. Gusto nilang harangin talaga yung inilalabas po ng COA. Mayroong vlog niya na talagang pinigilan nila yung COA. Bakit daw inilalabas ng COA yung report? Dapat kanila na lang daw yon, internal matter, mga kababayan. Di ba? Maliwanag ang function ng ating Congress, lower yan o upper. Ang usapan, mga kababayan, meron po silang oversight function. And they are the one na nag-handle po ng budget. Therefore, meron silang karapatan to scrutinize, to know kung saan po pinagagastos yung pera na yan. Nako.
A notice is
How do you characterize a notice of disallowance?
a notice is disallowance is given for expenses disbursed with It is a notification to the head of agency and or accountant informing and requiring the persons liable to restitute the amount of the disallowance that is a confidential diligence expense disapproved or disallowed in audit, either in whole or in part, as a result of illegal, irregular, or improper disbursement or expenditure of such fund. Your
You
Honor.
call it IUEEU. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, Madam Chair.
Irregular. U is
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Madam Chair.
E,
Extravagant, Madam Chair.
another E.
Excessive po.
And U.
Unnecessary. Your
Una necessary, unconscionable.
unconscionable po.
Okay, so you initially determined when you issued a notice of disallowance to the office of the Vice President that somehow merong lumabas dun sa IUEEU. Is that correct?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
So how do you characterize a notice of disallowance?
May I be clarified po on the question, Madam Chair?
I do not know how to simplify. How do you characterize? What is a notice of disallowance?
It is a notice po to the head of agency.
Okay. Is a notice of disallowance contestable?
Yes, Madam Chair. It is not a
Naghahanap ng butas. Naghahanap ng butas. Kung meron silang may sasalpak. Nako naman, Marcoleta. Halatang halata ka na. Sabi nila, inaamag ka na raw dyan sa Kongreso. Wala ka pang natututunan.
final.
It is not a final judgment.
Opo.
It is appealable.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. What is now the stage of the notice of disallowance issued to the office of the Vice President?
Madam Chair, we have issued the notice of disallowance, and it was received by management on August 9, 2024. So they still have 6 months po, or 180 days
Correct.
to appeal po the
And
disallowance.
they are supposed to reply yet.
Yes po.
You will have to give them the opportunity to make a reply.
That is correct
To
po,
explain
Madam Chair. Yes po, Madam
how
Chair.
the budget was utilized.
Opo.
And that is part of due process.
That is correct po.
Meaning to say, there is no guilt yet until and unless you are able to receive the reply, the answer, and the explanation of the office of the Vice President.
That is correct po. And it
Have
has
you
been-
received a copy?
Ito na mga kababayan. Masarap na itong pakinggan. Dito na ata masusupalpal ito. Oh.
of the reply po.
Yes.
They have not yet replied po
So
to the
yun na
ND.
nga eh. As part of the due process is notice. Then the Vice President will submit to you an answer explaining, detailing how the budget was utilized. And you will receive that
Madam
in due
Chair,
time.
Madam Chair, if it is already a notice of disallowance, their remedy would be to appeal the notice of disallowance po.
Madam, ang sinasabi ko, wala pa nga eh. It is yet to be sent to your office. Is that correct? Wala pa siyang reply.
Yun nga po, hindi po reply ang remedy nila to the notice of disallowance, but an
Ano po
appeal.
dapat?
An appeal to the notice of disallowance.
Well, wag mo na nga. It's an appeal.
Yes po.
Sa aming mga hindi masyadong nakakaalam ng terminology, pwede ring reply.
Imposible naman na hindi mo alam yung terminology na yun. Abogado ka, mga kababayan. When you say appeal, that is a reply. 'Di ba? Umaapila ka nga eh. Pag umapila ka, 'di ba? You jot down notes, 'di ba? Nilalagay mo doon yung reasoning mo, mga kababayan. So that is a reply. Ito naman si Marcoleta. Tama po kayo. Magaling to, kaya lang nagtatanga-tangahan eh. Literal eh. Oh.
Reply is an appeal. Ngayon, ibibigay pa lang sa'yo.
Madam Chair, ang reply po is we presuppose na sa ICFAO po ulit. Pero ang appeal po is with the commission proper na po.
Mhm.
Madam Chair, napakasimple po ng sinatanong. Alam po natin yun. A reply is supposed to be submitted to the commission proper.
Yes po.
Pero sa ngayon, hindi siya magre-reply kasi sasagutin niya muna kayo. And until today, hindi pa niya sinasagot because they are still within the reglementary period of 6 months
That is correct po.
to make an
That is
answer
correct.
to you.
That is correct po.
That is...
Ang haba naman pala nun, 6 months. Pwede silang mag-reply kaya pala naman mga kababayan dapat dito kung talagang 6 months to, we have to amend a law na para paiksiin yung tinatawag nating appealing period. Aba, mga kababayan, parang sa haba nun, 6 months. Pwede naman paiksiin yan. Pwede naman gumawa ng reply as soon as possible. Dapat pwede na dyan mahaba 3 days. Diba paano natin matatapos yung mga problema kung 6 months? Grabe.
the nature of things, Madam Chair.
That is correct.
So wala pa siyang, there is no judgment yet.
That is correct po. And it has been emphasized po in the first hearing that the notice of disallowance
Kaya nga, if
is not yet
questions, for
final.
example, are coming from us, questioning and judging the utilization of the funds of the Vice President, when you yourselves, the rightful office, has yet to receive the explanation, we cannot be more popist than the Pope, Madam Chair. Is it correct?
Madam Chair, as we have said, on our part, the ND is not
No,
yet
you are
final.
not.
Alam niyo, tinatawanan lang siya ng COA. Kasi sabi siguro nung babae na to, ano ba sinasabi na itong matandang to? Talagang umahanap ng paraan para makalusot eh. Dapat sige Sara dito, ang pinapaharap ninyo, ganun lang yun. Bakit ang daming mga epal? Hindi ba kaya ni Sara na magsalita? Oh,
Answering my question. Kung kayo nga tatanggapin nyo pa lang magsasubmit pa lang if we will be questioning it already from our end, we're like more popist than the Pope, Madam Chair. Am I correct?
I cannot.
O ikaw naman, ba't naman hindi mo masasagot naman yan, napakasimple.
alam mo na, natatawa na nga lang sa'yo Marcoleta kasi nahihirapan siyang i-explain sa'yo. Sabi niya ganon, kala ko ba matalino to? Ba't nagtatanga-tangahan to? Binaliwanag na paulit-ulit. Tapos ikaw, iniikot-ikot mo lang din. Same lang din naman ang sagot. Mamaya ka, yari ka talaga.
Kung ikaw nga, hinihintay mo pa dapat naman nating hintayin. That is the part of due process.
Yes.
Kami naman naglulundag na kami na nagtatanong. Kaya nga ang sabi ng Vice President, narinig ko, I am already communicating. I am about to communicate with the COA. I think she will do that because that is the process. Hindi naman pwedeng hindi niya sagutin. Kaya nga po ang sinasabi ko kasi ang dami na pong nagsipagtanong. Lalo na po nung unang hearing, naglulundag po lahat So the nature of a notice of disallowance, Madam Chair, it is yet to be explained. Sa ngayon, hindi pa Kung sakaling ma-explain, Madam Chair, at halimbawa, hindi nyo pinakinggan, the Vice President has the option to go to the COA proper for an appeal.
That is correct.
That is correct. And considering the appeal was dismissed, the Vice President can go to the Supreme Court. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So there
po.
is a whole gamut of process.
That is correct.
Will you
po.
confirm that?
That is correct po, Your Honor.
That is why, can you advise us, including me, whether we are supposed to ask questions, considering that you have not yet received her explanation to your office?
Madam Chair, I am not.
You cannot advise me?
We are not in a position to know the power or the prerogatives of the
No,
House of
I am
Representatives.
telling you already. I am telling you already because we're supposed to ask questions on the budget of the Vice President. But they started asking questions on the 2023 budget which was subjected to a notice of disallowance. I'm telling you, Madam Chair, that the Vice President is yet to make an explanation to be submitted to your office, and you are waiting for that.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Correct.
That's why when we were subpoenaed, we explicitly
Oo nga.
mentioned that
So,
these are not yet.
Tama ba kung
final.
magtanong na ng magtanong ngayon habang ikaw ay hindi mo pa nare-receive kung ano yung sagot niya? Do you think I am correct in asking questions habang ikaw ay naghihintay pa lang ng isasagot niya sa iyong opisina? Tama ba ang gagawin ko kung magtatatanong ako ngayon?
Madam Chair, I can only speak for on the point of view of COA now. We have issued these in the end. It's still subject to appeal.
Kindly wrap up.
Wait lang mga kababayan. Sa totoo lang, hindi na maipinta ng COA representative yung mga sasabihin niya. Namumulan na pala ako. Hindi, ibig ko sabihin, mga kababayan, inuungas ako nito ni Marcoleta. Teka lang, hindi ako makahugot ng mga sasabihin, sabi niya siguro. At tinatawanan niya na lang.
Maraming salamat, Madam Chair.
Right? Salamat. Next.
Madam Chair,
Members. Yes.
very
yes.
quick manifestation only
Please proceed.
to the interpellation of the Honorable Marcoleta.
Ito na.
It is my understanding that he's questioning the position of COA for disclosing the notice of disallowance.
Ayan, yan kasi yung yan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na talagang pinipigilan po nila ang COA na malaman ng sambayan ng Pilipino yung mga discrepancy nitong si Sara Dutae ni Shiminit Pusit. Gusto nila talagang kailangan wag malaman ng taong bayan to, atin-atin na lang. Baka nga mga kababayan, baka inoperahan pa ito eh. 'Di ba? Baka inoperahan pa ng mga kaalyado ni Sara yung COA, hindi ko lang alam, pero baka.
Considering that the OVP has not yet filed its answer, I just wish to manifest, Madam Chair, that the filing of an answer or appeal, as the more appropriate term, is not mandatory. Instead, it is the discretion of the OVP. As a matter of fact, if the OVP fails to file an appeal, it renders the disallowance final and executory.
Boom! Maliwanag na. Mga kababayan, tama po yung sinabi, maliwanag. Why we are going to wait for 6 months? Tama naman. Ito, palawigin ko lang para sa mga sorry to say. Palawigin ko lang. Bakit kailangan natin antayin ang 6 months na napakatagal? So sabi ni Congresswoman Luistro, yung appeal na yan ay discretion ng Vice President. Kung may notice of disallowance, kung gusto nilang matapos yan, edi dapat sagutin na nila kaagad. If they fail to submit an appeal, therefore, mga kababayan, ang ibig sabihin na yan ay sila ay parang guilty na. 'Di ba? Yun ang totoo. Bakit ayaw niyo magsalita kaagad? Pag failed kayo nag-submit niyan, that is already, mga kababayan. Para sa akin, tama naman 'yon. Bakit kailangan natin mag-antayan ng 6 na buwan? Nagkakalokohan ba tayo? Walang ganun. 'Di ba? Kung gusto mong malinis yung pangalan mo, kung gusto mong malinis yung Office of the Vice President, then therefore, dapat ikaw, sumagot ka na kaagad-agad. Huwag ka na magpatumpik-tumpik. Ulitin ko lang para sa lahat. Para maliwanag.
Of COA for disclosing. It is my very
Yes.
quick manifestation only
Please proceed.
to the interpellation of the Honorable Marcoleta. It is my understanding that he's questioning the position of COA for disclosing the notice of disallowance, considering that the OVP has not yet filed its answer. I just wish to manifest, Madam Chair, that the filing of an answer or appeal, as the more appropriate term, is not mandatory. Instead, it is the discretion of the OVP. As a matter of fact, if the OVP fails to file an appeal, it renders the disallowance final and executory. Otherwise, if they file an appeal, there's a possibility for reversal. And be that as it may, Madam Chair, this representation does not see any issue why the COA should not disclose the notice of disallowance. Let us all be reminded by the constitutionally guaranteed right of the citizens to public information on matters concerning public interest. And even assuming that after the filing of an appeal, the notice of disallowance was reversed, the COA has all the liberty to disclose to the public that they were wrong in issuing the ND, and that later on the OVP was able to justify the basis for the issuance of the ND. So to conclude, Madam Chair, the filing of an answer or an appeal, as a more appropriate term, is not mandatory. Instead, it is discretionary. If the OVP files an appeal, then she has a chance to reverse the decision in the ND. Otherwise, if they opt not to file an appeal, then the ND becomes final and executory. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Basag. Siguro naman hindi kayo nahirapan, no? Alam niyo, sa totoo lang, pag pinakikinggan ko si Congresswoman Luistro, it seems like ako po ay parang nag-aaral. Hindi totoo, kasi parang napaka-fruitful lang kanya mga sinasabi. Ang dami kong natututunan sa kanya. Totoo naman yun eh. 'Di ba? Discretion nyo yung pag-appeal. O kung pinatatagal nyo, at kung kayo ay pinagbigyan, nakapag-appeal kayo, tapos mali yung COA, o di, pwede silang humingi ng pasensya, ng apology, o nagkamali kami. 'Di ba? Ganon. Pero kung kayo, hindi nyo inaasikaso, well, sabi nga ni Congresswoman Luistro, hindi yan mandatory, pero kapag hindi nyo yan pinansin, mga kababayan, pwede yung magiging final and executory. 'Di ba? Oh. parang isinampal sa pagbumukha ni Congressman Marcoleta. Inaamag ka na sa Kongreso. Sabi nga ng mga Bisaya, ano ba para ba yung tuntok kagiapon? Nakalimutan ko na. 'Di ba? Inaamag ka na sa Kongreso. Tapos wala ka pa rin pinagkatandaan. Dugay ka sa Manila, tuntok kagiapon. Dito yung asawa ko. Dugay ka sa Manila, tuntok kagiapon. Diba? Mga kababayan, Diyos ko. Sabi ni Ma'am Melanie Marcos, we are being educated by Kong Luistro. Tama. Argo, kaya makinig ka dito kay Kong Luistro, wag kay Marcoleta. Diba? Binabaliktad lahat ng mga kababayan. Biruin nyo, eto, tanong siya ng tanong kanina. Simple lang yung sagot ni Congresswoman Luistro. Appeal is not mandatory. It is a discretion to the office of the Vice President to make an appeal. If they file an appeal and napatunayan ng COA na mali sila, then sila ihingi ng apology. At kung hindi naman, if the Office of the Vice President failed to submit an appeal, mga kababayan, yan ay pwedeng maging final and executory. Hermes Rodriguez Valdez, digay ka na sa Kongreso, tonto ka pa rin. Di ba? Argo, alam mo, yung sinasabi mo na rapist ang asawa ni Congresswoman Luistro. Pinapakalat nyo yan kasi video ko yan, di ba? Panoorin mo yung buo, Argo. Ang sinabi niya doon, yung mga nagsampa ng kaso, hindi katulad kay Kibuloy. Puro fake and fictitious ang nagsampa ng kaso doon sa asawa niya. Lahat yun return to sender, Argo. Pero inyo, nag-file ka ng case, pero return to sender. Tapos yung nag-return to sender, wala po na tao. Walang taong physical body, ayaw magpakita. O, paano mo masasabing totoo na rapist yun? Sige nga. Pero, mga kababayan, yung nangyari, nagkaroon ng warrant of arrest despite the fact na fictitious lang. Yung tao na nag-submit ng kaso sa kanya, it is all fabricated. Oh, di ba? Argo, huwag mong igaya yan kay Kibuloy. Kasi yung kay Kibuloy, nandyan yung mga nagsampa ng kaso, nakikita natin, nag-testify. Kay Congresswoman Luistro, walang nag-testify. It is all return to sender. Fictitious, fabricated. Oh. George Tan, mga dating Vice President, hindi corrupt at gahaman. Mga kababayan, ako, sa totoo lang, ayaw ko naman na magsalita ng unless otherwise na meron talaga tayong nakita. Kagaya po ng inilalabas ngayon ng COA, inilalabas na ngayon ng Congress na problema na discrepancy when it regarding to the budget of the OBP. 'Di ba? Doon lang ako maniniwala na meron talagang mga corruption na pangyayari. Pag kung wala naman inilalabas, bakit ako maniniwala? 'Di ba? Sabi ni Ma'am Emily Sipagan, Luistro is one of these Congress women as well as the young guns should dominate the Congress. That's what we need. Alam nyo, nung nakausap namin si Congresswoman Luistro, tinanong namin sa kanya if she is willing to run for a Senate slot. Diba? Mga kababayan, sabi niya ayaw niya. Kasi meron pa siyang wish, meron pa siyang hangarin para sa kanyang distrito, which is the Mabini, yung Batangas, second district ata yun. Kasi gusto niyang butasin pa yung mga hindi nararating na lugar doon sa kanilang probinsya. So gusto niyang tapusin yung kanyang termino, at least 3 years or 9 years daw. Pero kung sakali, di ba, 18 years, pwede ka naman makaabot, 3 years sa per district, tapos sa party list 3 years, 3 term din, 3 term sa district, 3 term din sa party list. So 18 years in total, or hindi ko alam pero kayo na bahala sa number. Kayo na bahala sa number diyan. Pero tinanong din namin siya, what if sa'yo ibigay yung Department of Education? Mga kababayan, that's very interesting answer that she gave to us. Ang sabi niya ganun, magiging alter ego ako ng presidente. Of course, I am not going to deny if they are going to give me that position. Yung CHED, DepEd, mga kababayan, kukunin daw niya agad yan. Walang kaabog-abog. Oh. Sabi ni Fernanda Sana, dugay ka na sa Kongreso Marcoleta, tonto ka pa rin maghapon. Argo, bakit wanted? Kasi Argo, hindi mo pinanood yung vlog ko, Argo eh. Ang pinanood mo yung vlog nila SAS, no? Yung vlog ko kompleto. Na wanted yun kasi nga fabricated nga, Argo. Wala, fictitious yung nag-file ng case. Hindi siya tao. 'Di ba? Hindi nagpapakita. Kasi kung totoong rapist yun, mga kababayan, bakit ayaw magpakita ng nag-file ng case? Hindi umattend sa hearing at kung ano-ano pa. Return to sender lahat. Oh. Sabi ni Mary Ann Lidawan, tanga, dismiss, naintindihan mo ba? Didilis na to, hina utak. Hindi, nuurat lang kayo niya ni Argo. Si Argo mabait naman yan kahit DDS yan. Diba? Yes, Sir Leo, professor yan ng mahabang panahon sa law. Tama po yan. mahabang panahon professor of law itong si Congresswoman Luistro. At lahat ng sinasite niya, tandaan nyo, ang masasabi ko so far sa Congress, ang pinakamagaling si Congresswoman Luistro. Why? Mga kababayan, lahat ng kanyang reasoning, lahat ng kanyang ibinabato sa kalaban, especially to Harry Roque, is actually coming from the rule of law. Lahat yan, mayroong precedent, mayroong ano ba tawag doon? Jurisprudence siya na binabasa o sinasite. So, how can you ask question? How can you question Congresswoman Luistro, mga kababayan, if the one she cited is actually coming from jurisprudence and precedent ng batas natin. Di ba? So, hindi mo kakayanin. Si Harry Roque nga hindi umubra eh. Si Marcoleta, si Harry Roque, 1 year lang siya sa Kongreso. Si Marcoleta, 18 years old or 17 years, mga kababayan, hindi pa rin umubra. Diba? Eto ngayon, mga kababayan, punta naman tayo sa pinaka main topic natin. Dahil nga po, hindi umaten itong si Shiminet,